is Mexico considered is Mexico considered South America or Central America? Or is it considered North America with United States? Because you got really Mexico. You got Mexico, then Guatemala, Honduras, Costa Rica. What is this? Manangu. Oh, you got El Salvador. You got Panama. So you got that strip of land, you know what I'm saying, right there. That's Central America. Then you got the islands, you know what I mean? But like it's crazy. This is crazy because I've been doing a lot of like I've been tapping into like just natives, the native people before the English arrived, before the Spaniards arrived, Christopher Columbus before he arrived, and I was doing some research. You know what I mean? And the natives of the Americas. Um, they was deep. And they was really one with the land. And really, I always like I be thinking. You know what I'm saying? Before the Spaniards arrived, because you got to understand that they had settlements. They had little colonies, colony, you know, but they really never outnumbered. They never really outnumbered the natives, you know what I mean? Um for the most part, they always had to keep coming back. They kept coming back, you know what I'm saying? And then, the, when they came back, they spread diseases. Um, the rats, the mice, you know, um, they wiped out a lot of the native population. Um, and for the most part, um, they breeded with the women, and you know, just down that line of, you know what I mean, just being with the women, and having children with the women, you know, you just get a breed of a I don't even know what you call them, you know what I'm saying? But, and then we know what happened with slavery, you know what I'm saying? I know it sounds choppy right now because it's really so much. It's really so much. I'm only trying to break it down the best way I can, but you know what happened with slavery though. I don't know where they were snatched up at. I don't know where the people were snatched up at, but that's something we definitely gotta look into, cause you don't know like what countries did the slaves get snatched up from and brought back over to the Americas, cause you gotta understand, we gotta look that up. We gotta look that up. We gotta look that up. I might just have to ask Chat GPT real quick, because you gotta understand, not only slavery was in the Americas, but it was Brazil. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's deep. You know what I mean? Because you got three groups of people. You know what I mean? You had the Spaniards, the Portuguese, and the British. You know what I mean? And then Republica Dominicana was like the first island to ever be, you know what I'm saying, discovered by the European. But I'm just saying all that. I was just saying all that because, okay, we in America, right? I say I want to travel the world. One place I definitely want to go, and I feel like I have to. Like, I have to. It's a must for me. And I want to stay a significant amount of time. Is Republica Dominicana. Republica Dominicana. Now I always say like, yo, if I'm in the Republica Dominicana, like I have to go to Haiti. You have to, like, people always show love to Republica Dominicana, but what about Haiti though? Haiti, I know I have to be careful, you know what I'm saying? But that's anywhere in the world though. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to say that. Like, I know Haiti is have beautiful people, and I know they have something to offer when it comes to their land and scenery. Haiti, you know why Haiti get the hate that Haiti gets though throughout the world? Because it's a land of powerful black people that's, you know, they're spiritually gifted as a people. Haitians, they're spiritually gifted as a people. You know, you have to respect that. Just like with Iran, that's where they gonna wanna that, and that's what it is. I'ma just say it. I'ma just say it. Just because I gave Haiti they props, I'ma just say about Iran. They are spiritually gifted people, spiritually advanced. You know what I'm saying? That's why they gonna shift. That's why this shift in the world is happening. This is why we're in the new world. We're in a new world order right now. You know what I'm saying? And we have to respect that Iran is a land of spiritually gifted people. Those people they all Muslim. And a lot of them convert in Christianity. So you know what that mean? Like, that just shows like when the divine is at play. When the divine is at play, you know, you just have to respect that, you know. At the end of the day, you just have to respect that, and that's why that's why the world is going through the times it's going through now, you know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna have to put respect on their name. You're just gonna have to put respect on you're gonna have to stamp them like, look. And guess what? They want peace. But before there's peace, you know, y'all gonna meet these demands. Y'all gonna, and we ain't playing. That's what it is. We not playing with nobody. And guess what? Like I was saying a couple segments ago, earlier, I was just saying, like, all the countries that's around Iran in that section of the map. Do we have to go over there real quick? Man, let's go over there real quick. Let's go over there real quick. Man, look. All these countries. I don't even have to name them off. Just look. All these countries. This is Israel. They done got smoked. You know what I'm saying? Then DT wanna send troops to try to secure this passage. Look, man. You know, at the end of the day, everybody gonna follow suit. When Iran make their demands, and then they really hold down, they gonna hold all this down, this whole section. They gonna be well, at least key points, whether it's right here, the peak right here. Like, let's zoom in. Let's get all the way in it bit. You know what I'm saying? Really, right here. Ain't nobody coming through this bit. Ain't nobody coming through. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna have lookouts all on the coast. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look. And then they gonna be able to, look, man, ain't nobody getting through. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody getting through. You know what I mean? They gonna hold that down. They not playing with the world. You know what I'm saying? So, India, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Iraq, the UAE, or the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Yemen. Shout out to Yemen. Shout out to Yemen. I done met. It's a lot of people from Yemen out here, or they might not be. I don't know if they live in Flint, but I'm just saying, like, I be coming across a lot of people from Yemen. You know what I mean? You gotta. I'm a. Hmm. I ain't gonna get into that right now, but I'm just saying. Shout out to Yemen. Um. Yeah. All out. All I'm trying to say is, all those countries are going to follow suit. They're going to follow suit. China, they're going to follow suit. Look, Vietnam, Japan, man, they going to follow suit. You know what I'm saying? They going to follow suit. All these countries going to follow suit. You know, so they not worried about, they really not worried about America at all. They not worried about America, you know what I'm saying? But they, guess what? They willing to work with us, but they gonna show us, they gon' they got something in. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take about 10 years, 10 years, 15 years, maybe 20 years. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's just gonna take some time. You know, um, they not really happy with, you know, the passing of their leader, their supreme leader. You can't just go and take somebody's supreme leader out. You know what I mean? You can't just take them out and then they, you know, like really, that really hurt them as a people. Like I said, they are spiritually advanced people. You know, that hurt them as a people. So they feel some type of way. Can you blame them? But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, truly in their heart, you know, of course they want to do business with, you know what I'm saying, America. But we might have to, you know what I mean? We might have to go through some rebranding. Not even might. We got to go through some rebranding. Literally. You know, that's what it is. But yeah, I just say all that just to say, like, oh, okay, we zoomed all the way out. Hold on. Get out of here. Okay, we zoomed all the way out. Wow. Wow. Hold on. Where the sun at? Nah, it'll be tough. I ain't gonna lie, man. It'll be tough if I could see, okay, take me to Mars. Or I could see the sun or something like. But this is dope though. I ain't gonna lie. Google Earth. But anyway though, like I said, I want to travel, right? And I always, before I really got into like, oh, I really want to travel, like the first countries that I think I probably was looking into was, it was Colombia. It was Colombia. It was Colombia, then it was DR, and then it was Brazil. But like more so like really Colombia. I remember I was looking at I was just watching a lot of Colombia content, you know. And then I start tuning into DR or Republica Dominicana. Um I was thinking though, like, Peru. I done seen some Peru content too. You know, Lima, Peru. I think Peru is a. I think people really don't. Not too many people know about Peru for real. You know,